Hi, good morning. Welcome to Hikate's Crossing. Today with the Starman Tarot, we're going to do a reading in regards to the weekend. So what energies do we need to know for the weekend? Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah. And I want to get quite deep with these three cards that I'm going to, for the weekend energy. So here we are. The first card is the Prince of Swords. You can see that. Okay, that's the first card. So take a moment, have a look at all the imagery. Look at what the guy's doing, what's happening, the characters, people behind him. Have a look at all the bits and pieces, the colours, at what's happening. Okay, second card is the Ten of Pentacles. I want you to do the same thing. Look at all the imagery, look at the people, the colours, what are the characters doing. You know, take some time and just having a moment to just have a look. Even if you have to pause the video for a minute, it's the Ten of Pentacles. So you can sort of see what's going on there. Okay, and the last one is Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. And have a look at the character. What's she doing? Who's with her? What's happening around her? Just take a moment. Take a breath. And we'll go through each card individually in a bit more depth. So what I'm going to do is actually move the camera down. So let's get it so that I can aim at the cards. Okay, so where we're at. So the first card we're looking at is the Prince of Swords. Now you look at the Prince of Swords, he's a guy, he's covered in blood. So it sounds like there's a lot of stuff going on. It's pretty, I wonder whether it's blood or paint. There's a sword here, and it's also looks like it's covered in blood. There's something on the ground. Okay, could even be a looks like a bit of C4 or something like that. You got sort of some ghosty spirits in the background there, and you got this crow up the top, or a raven of some sort, bird, black bird. There's a doorway, seems to be, or a pathway walking through. So I feel like this young guy, he's very much about thoughts and opinions, intellectual. He's got these ideas. Could be a sense of wanting to move ahead in where he wants to be, which is quite interesting. He maybe it's all about movement. So I feel like there's like this movement going on. He's got this, so he's like cutting away the old stuff so that he can actually move ahead and with ideas and plans and things that are going on. And he's got this message from the crows, from the raven. So it's about flying. There's a sense of flying, maybe, or a sense. I just get a sense of, I just want to go back a bit. Like in a bit of, whoa, the truth has hit me, like enlightenment, like understanding. Like he's got this understanding about where mentally he's going to be. So for me, normally Prince of Swords is Knight of Swords. So it's about that sense of not rushing ahead into the plans. Maybe you're needing to really think carefully, because maybe you're going to do something that you may regret later on. So it might be a sense of actually having to think, strategize, be thoughtful. Be really careful about what plans you're actually going to create. Be careful of impulse, of doing things with impulse. Comes through quite strongly here. I feel like there's a lot of this card is quite I feel like I'm getting a really strong sort of murdery incense. So it's like you're having to murder get rid of the past. I'm talking symbolically. I'm not talking literally, but it's a sense of like murdering the past so that you can actually move ahead with great plans and great ideas, this innovative ideas that you've got. you can't sort of move forward until you destroy the old. So I get a sense of really, when you look at him, he's quite a sort of a murderous sort of character. He's hard out, very sort of, I'll say metal and real hard punk and real bad, I want to say badass. So I get the real sense, and it's really about allowing the healing to take place. I'm just a bit green and stuff in there that's telling you there's a lot about. And the way he's standing, I think it's very much about being grounded, so you can be clear-headed about where you are, and you're sort of like really being quite forceful about what you need to do. So I feel like that's really important. His whole stance is very much about being quite strong, being quite forceful in the energy. So I feel like there's quite a force going on with the movement and what's happening. So it's quite forceful. It's quite a strong movement as you sort of move ahead. So you can sort of see, when you start looking at the character and what's going on, you can see that there's a bit of a light coming down here. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, yeah, that light there. And I feel like that's sort of like a light shining on the situation once you've got that clarity and you've got the ability to actually be quite strong and actually move ahead where you need to be, because you've cut away the old, you've destroyed the old, and it's allowed you to actually move into the light, if you like. You're moving into the light. You're moving into new plans, new ideas. But it's very important that you stay grounded. The C4, I keep pointing, I feel like this is like a C4 and I'm getting like an explosion of some sort. So I feel like he's planning an explosion to take place. So I think that's very important. So it's like you're planning to blow things up, destroy the old. I feel like there's still some plans and action that you haven't quite put into play yet. There might be some things that you're still thinking about. Okay, so that's quite interesting when you start sort of looking a little bit further and deeper into the cards. Okay, next one is Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles talks really about richness coming into all areas of your life, allowing the possibility to awaken, to reach your destiny, reach where you need to go. So it's really important. So let's have a look. I get very spiritual, trusting your gut instinct, trusting your intuition, opening yourself up to that third eye, into how you digest your experiences in life, seem really, really important. Now, let's see, we've got this person, they're looking down. So I feel like you're looking at the past, maybe, reflecting on the paths that you've actually taken to reach your destiny. This person is like wanting to follow you. So I feel maybe you've got somebody that you're wanting to follow to reach your goals. That could be important. So you've got your pathway, richnesses are possible, and inheritance or wealth coming in on some level. So it might be a sense of saying, hey, look, I know I've got my goals and where I want to be, but what path do I actually have to take? What's going to lead me the smoothest route? Now, everything's going to lead you to where you need to be, but which is going to be the smoothest route, the smoothest route for you to go, which is quite important for you. So it's about deciding which path is going to be the best one for you. They're all paths are going to lead to where you need to be. It's just which one you're going to do. Is it going to be difficult or is it going to be easy? I mean, that's your choice. You're going to allow yourself to open yourself up to your journey and trust in your gut instinct and how you digest your experiences. So that's sort of looking at a bit more in depth there. And I sort of get a lot about your third eye, being able to sort of open up your third eye and trusting your gut instinct, your solar plexus, and you're allowing yourself the messages to come through from the divine so that you can be guided in the path that you need to do. Look at the opportunities that you're given. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities in that being given to you, because now that you've done this, the Prince of Swords, you've cut away, you've blown up the old, you've prepared yourself for the new possibilities, for opening up. So I think that's really important. Now you've got the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles to me is very much about luxury of life. You're allowing yourself a little bit of luxury. You're allowing yourself a little bit of pampering. It's okay, a little bit of leisure. Maybe taking some time out might be really important for you. So you might just have to enjoy the roses, enjoy the garden, enjoy the moment of just being. I think that's very, very important. I get this woman, she's sort of standing here, a hand on her hip, hand in the air, and she's she's doing the garden, whatever she's, touching the road, the bushes or whatever she's doing. And it's a sense of like, yeah, I've got time on my hands and I can just do what I like. There's no rush to anything. It's all about, it's okay to have this leisure time, to have this time out. It's a sense of allowing you to prepare for whatever comes next on your journey, whatever is going to lead you to where you need to be. You might need to take some time out first. So just reminding you that as you travel your journey, don't forget to take some time out every now and then, review where you are, what's been happening, where you're headed, allowing yourself to sort of even face any demons or any ghosts that are lurking around, and allowing you to really sort of work through the physical health or well-being that you have, or any issues you may have with finances. It could be about your finances, and what issues do you actually have with them, which is going to allow you to actually move forward, be a bit more positive. So this weekend, I feel it's going to be huge for you. You're going to be really blowing away or cutting away the old, so that you can actually move. You can actually move forward with some quickness, some swiftness, which is going to be really, really important. So it's going to allow you to be ready to be opened up and be guided to your destiny, where you want to be, knowing that richness and wealth are moving through your life on many levels, not just financial, but happiness and joy and all those things are going to come into play in abundance. It's definitely a prosperity. And there may be some inheritance from some family, something, or you've noticed the inheritance on a spiritual level coming through for you. But don't forget to take some time out and enjoy a little bit of leisure, a little bit of just some you time, which is going to be very, very important. Okay, so that's with the Starman Tarot. It's 3 cards, looking at them in a little bit more in depth when you start looking at the imagery. And what emotions do these cards? For me, I get a very much of straight away, it was like, oh my God, let's be forceful, let's murderous, let's get rid of the old, blah, blah, blah. And then we're moving into the Pentacles, and they're much lighter energy, much more grounded, down to earth. So the swords are sort of like cutting away. You've got that air just whirling around. I feel like it's very whirly, just to get all the air out of it, all the debris, clear it all out. It's quite forceful. It's like a tornado. I get a sense of like a whirlwind tornado sort of type, stormy type energy. And then suddenly it just gets very calm, very relaxed, and it's like, hey, wait a minute, we're on our journey, we know where we're going, and we just need to remember to take time out for ourselves. Really important. Okay, so that's Hikate's crossing. Take care, and blessed be with the